production.
All right, let's break it down here. We're looking at Shopify. This is one of the bad boys I got now. So this is definitely in my portfolio. When you see when you see this happen to a B stock, right? And then it spends this much amount of time going sideways down here, I can't not buy this stock, man. It's just too good of an opportunity in my opinion. Let's get into it anyways though. So we're looking at the weekly time frame. Look at this volume here. Largest volume since what's this? 2020? Largest volume, bullish volume since March 2019. That's significant, man. That's significant. We had this terrible drawdown, right? So let's step back a bit, right? We look at 2020, right? This is a B stock going into 2020. Never mind what happened in 2020, right? So this is a B stock going into 2020, and then it gets pumped. What happened in 2020 was a rare turn of events where we seen extreme monetary easing, right? We seen extreme asset inflation. We seen just number go burr, right? Like pretty much money printer go burr. Like we never seen money being printed like that before, and there was direct asset inflation because of it. Like the US government was straight up buying stocks. So they basically drive the price up, and then a bunch of institutional and whales investors, right, including with some macroeconomic factors that cause some fear in the markets, they start to sell, and then it cascades, right? So this was already a little bit overvalued once we get up to this 200 mark. This is after the split because the stock did split. It was at around $2,000 a share, I believe, and then we had a 10-to-1 split. So think about that, right? It's a little bit overinflated, and then we have this huge drawdown. We've come down 84%, and keep in mind Shopify is a tech behemoth, right? So this is a big tech company. Okay, this is one of the blue chips in the tech sector, right? So it's not going to go away. It ain't going nowhere. So when you see this happen, right, it creates so much fear. Again, I posted this in the last video, but keep in mind, right? This is market psychology 101. When do you want to invest? Well, you want to invest when others are fearful, but what usually happens is most people, especially their first times in the markets, are going to invest when it's euphoric, because this is when markets are the most popular, right? Everyone's talking about stocks right now. Everyone's talking about crypto. Everyone wants to participate now. Right? Everybody wants to participate now. So most people buy around this area, and this is the euphoria area. We want to stay the fuck out of this zone, right? So this happens. And now what happens here, it creates a psychological effect where now down here is straight fear. It's straight like, screw this. I'm not investing. Look what just happened. The stock went down 84%. I don't want to invest here. But in reality, this is the time now. Like we've been waiting. Like 2022 was a brutal year in the markets. Wiped out so much wealth. Like it's insane. And I'm just grateful that I've stuck the course, right? I'm so grateful I stuck the course, because now the opportunities that are here, it's like a gift almost. It's like, here, man, this is what you get for not giving up. Are you going to capitalize on it? That's how I think of it. So we have this big booty bottom here, right? This big booty bottom on Shopify, and it's taken weeks to develop. So we'll delete some of this out of the way because I want to make this nice and clear for everybody, right? Basic, right? This zone right here is our support. Now, this is $37, $38. If we look back, this is a major zone that we've spent many time in June 2019, and we came back around October 2019. Now this is the Corona crash, right? The Corona dump. We tried to make it all the way back down there, but we couldn't. But look what happened here. 2022, we've spent significant amounts of time in this zone. This is our support. And look at us, slowly starting to fade away here. Fade away from it. Slowly. So this one's a mover. This one, believe it or not, is a mover. It's going to take time for us to get back up into this range, right? So now let's mark other zones, right? This is a major zone here. Major. Look how many times we've come down as support here. Now again, you could use this tool, the square or the rectangle, and mark the zone out like that. So then it's now a zone, right? It's now from the $113 level to the $128 level. That might be more visually appealing to others. The reason why I use the line is because it's easy to see. But that doesn't mean other prices in that zone aren't respected. They are. So this is a major zone. It was support a bunch of times. We break below it. It acted as resistance. We haven't visited it since. So we know that's going to act as resistance if we ever get back up there. When we get back up there, it's going to take some time though. So where's another zone, right? Right around here. Came up, resistance, support. We went flying. We came back down here, broke below, and it acted as resistance. So we'll mark that out as well. This is a major zone. $93. So there's 3 levels right here. We're not done yet though. Let's zoom in, right? Let's zoom in. This is a clear zone here. Let's look back at it. Well, that was resistance in 2019. Do you see what I'm saying? Resistance and support are very important to point out. Now, you don't have to be a genius to be able to identify that. You just got to do it. You just got to have the discipline to look at the chart and do it, right? So now we could use this to our advantage, right? The price has been accumulating in this range, creating that big booty bottom we were talking about, right? That Nicki Minaj booty bottom down here, right? Look at that. That's fucking fat, boy. And I don't think we'll be coming back into this zone for very long. If we do, which we might, right? Because we need to make sure it's our support now, this zone, right? So we need to break up above and then maybe test it again in the future to make sure that this zone is our support. So it is possible we do come back in this zone and play around, but that should be looked at as a buying opportunity because of how much time we've spent and how significant this level is, right? It's evident now. So keep in mind, this is really kind of flush here. Let's look at the volume profile. Haven't used this tool in a while, right? So this is the 3-day time frame, right? Look where most people have bought shares in the past, 5 years. Since, 2018? Most people have bought, sorry, that kind of shifted. This is August 2018. We're looking on the 3-day time frame. Most people have bought shares at this blue line right here, $46. We're at 47. This needs to be looked at as support now. Anytime the stock dips back into the zone, and it might not, because look how long we've spent in that range, right? Like, it gave us quite the opportunity. But if we do get blessed with, say the markets rip, and then later on in the year or next year, early in the next year, we do dip back, this is going to be the zone it's going to dip back into, right? If we do have another drawdown, we got to be ready. We got to be ready to scoop that up, right? So I think it's important, right? Look at the uptrend starting here, right? We accumulate for a long period of time. This is months. Since May, we accumulate, and we're starting to break out there. So I'm bullish on Shopify. And keep in mind, right, market psychology is important. You need to understand this. Don't invest up here. Invest down here, right? All the successful people in the world, it's not like they do a bunch of different shit. They do the basic things that everyone else does. They just do it differently. So keep that in mind. Peace.